ultimate powers of society, but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. with your host, Rufus Divine Cannon. Don't miss out.
It's always a pleasure and an opportunity whenever we sit before the microphone and that of the camera to do what we find ourselves doing. Doing it to the best of our ability is what we opt for. And we give God the glory for what He continued to do in our lives. And what He started, He's faithful and just to complete it. So we reference Him for all that He continued to do. And we do the rest that is instructed us to do, to love our neighbors as ourselves. So we take up the time to love people. Even if you hate us, we show you love. There's a common saying that says, the Bible instructs us to love our neighbors as ourselves. But guess what? We make the decision to choose our friends. Mind you, the friends that you have in your cycle, they either make or they break you. So be wise to choose your friends. The Bible instructed us to love. So love your enemies, love your friends. But guess what? It is on you to make the decision who to bring in your cycle to call friends. A food for thought for us today is going to be a wonderful time, and let me extend my thanks and appreciation to my colleague Fanfomba, who was here on yesterday, and continuously due to the change in our schedules, he will be here Tuesdays and Thursdays to bring you the afternoon conversation. You must be able to create an enabling environment that others will have the space to showcase what they are capable of doing. And Fanfomba exceptionally did extremely well on yesterday. And he been in the media for quite a long time, and he has all of the quality and experience to do even more than what he did on yesterday. So Fanfomba, thank you so much. Lots of commendation came while we were following the program. And we must say it in the open that we appreciate your work that you do here, and we look forward to the successes. We are team. There's no letter in the word team called R, so we do it together. It's a teamwork supportive. So we're gonna be looking at some key national issues. Basically, we'll be talking more today on these talking points. What is your rating of President Boakai's administration, 43 days in office? We'll also be looking at the president has announced executive order number 126, establishing the Office on Asset Recovery. And we'll be looking at other national issues, some trending national issues. So that's our basic talking points for today. And I know you are there. We are here, as we always say, a teamwork supportive on this radio. So this is the afternoon conversation. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and other follow. First among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. So be with me as we go for this commercial commitment from Liberia's biggest GSM company, Lone Star Cell. When we come back, we're going to delve into some discussion relative to our talking points today. So let's get this word from Lone Star Cell.
Liberia, are you ready? I said, are you ready to become a landlord? First time in Liberia, you can win a 2-bedroom house as a grand prize only with Lone Star Cell MTN Recharge and Bumper campaign. Yes, with Recharge and Bumper to become a landlord, plus win plenty of other prizes weekly, up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. TV, motorbikes, smartphones, soft drink, data, credit, and many more. That's right. Your next recharge can win you amazing prizes like airtime, data, smartphones, original Coke from G5 Brewery, motorbikes, and more. Did I mention you can win a grand prize of a 2-bedroom house and become a landlord? Yes, yes, yes. LRB, Recharge and Bumper, Recharge and Bumper, Recharge, Lone Star airtime, or data with Momo or scratch card and win Boku Boku.
MTN.
Hey! I take it all.
You say wedding?
Hey! Yeah! I bump it!
What happened? Where your problem?
My man, you talking to the latest landlord in town.
Where 1 year?
I just win one whole big house from the Lone Star Recharge and Bump promotion.
You say wedding?
2-bedroom house.
Wait. I don't believe it.
Yeah, man. People winning motorbike, smartphone, TV, soft drink, data, credit, even mobile money every Friday in the draw.
Recharge and Bumper. Simply recharge Lone Star airtime or data by scratch card or mobile money bundle to win credit, data, packs of Coca-Cola, smartphones, TVs, motorbikes, and a big one or brand new 2-bedroom house.
Hello, landlord. I shake it.
I've been trying to call you. The rent money say he sent, and I get.
I've been raising a party. I landlord now. I'm paying money again.
Simply recharge Lone Star airtime or data with a scratch card or mobile money bundle to win Boku Boku.
MTN.
You too can advertise your goods and services right here. We are in the business of marketing your goods and services, so you can advertise with us. Follow us on Love TV Live on Facebook. We are also streaming live on the internet on loveradioonline.com. And you can also find us on YouTube, Love TV Live. And in real time, you get to follow up and know that indeed your products is being sold to a wide range of audience. Yes. So wherever you are, you can just stop by and get involved with our sales office. Okay, get involved with our sales office, and you'll be glad that you actually took on that decision. Yeah, you'll be glad that you took on that decision. So let's get the ball rolling this afternoon. Too much to talk about. You know, there have been this crowd by Liberians on the issue that has to do with corruption. Liberians have been calling on previous government to get those who may have amalgamate wealth on the expense of the livelihood of the Liberian people, some for which they have misused government offices. They are screamed to do those things that even the Liberian people saw so glaring, that individuals who have the opportunity to serve in public offices enrich themselves on the expense of the masses, and nothing was actually done about that. So the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, have actually announced Executive Order number 126, establishing the Office of Asset Recovery in response to widespread concern regarding the unlawful wealth by officials, past officials of government. And you know very well that a lot been happening. You know and I know. So people have had claims and counterclaims on these past officials. So the president have come up to announce. And more to that, after the announcement by the president, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, in person of his Honorable Funati Kofa, is in agreement with the president, and he wrote, let me see if I can get this stuff quickly. Let me see if I can get what the old man wrote. Okay, I will get it. When I get it, I'll read it out for you. So he's actually in line with the president's decision to announce Executive Order 126 on assets recovery. For those of our friends who see public office, it's just the beginning of the beginnings, right? Public office is the place where when you are called to serve the public, you are called as a servant. But in the minds of our friends, they see those offices as the place of enriching themselves on the expense of the Liberian people. I told someone the other day, we have good laws on the books, but the implementation, the way power is what lacking. Now that the president have announced Executive Order number 126, it is the beginning of beginnings, so that people should not go with impunity, but rather account for their actions. So to our friends who have worked in public office and then America made wealth for themselves on the expense of the Liberian people, know that this is not a good order for you. You know, the war has begun, and people will actually get to pay for their actions. So if you acquire wealth illegally, this is to tell you that the president, in his words, he's going to spearhead this whole asset recovery, and those who are culpable will face the Lord. Yeah, will definitely face the Lord. Yeah, you will definitely face the Lord. So they will be tracing your assets and recovering them. If you got them illegally, the government of Liberia, we can record during the regime of President Salif, this same Executive Order 126 was announced by the president, and that's how the property of the late Judy Bryant, now being used for the Justice Ministry, was actually recovered by the government. And now the government, instead of paying rent to private properties owner, she has her own office, a very gigantic building between 17th and 18th streets 15 between there. That building was actually erected during the regime of the late Judy Bryant. And when President Sirleaf took over, investigation was conducted, and that building was taken by the government. So we will see more of these things happening after this pronouncement. More of these things, more of these recoveries will definitely take place. So we want to see how it plays out. Some in the corridors are saying it's just a witch hunt, while others are saying the law must take its course. But whatever you may, we bring out the topic and leave you, the public, to judge and come up with your opinions. And one of our talking points we have is the issue that has to do with the president's 43 days in office. What is your rating? You know, the president doing his campaign messaging, and after the campaign period, he did mention that within the first 100 days, no car will be stuck in the mud. How far are we? What's your judgment on the president's 43 days in office? What's your rating? So we take to the telephone lines so that you tell us what you make of the president's administration after 43 days. There are lots happening behind the scene. We want to know from you how you see it. Generally, the administration of the Unity Party, headed by the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai, and ably assisted by his Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kwankun. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call and put through your points. We allow you to phone in responsibly, knowing that the issue will be discussed in a responsible manner. And let us put up this disclaimer: the views of the participants is not sanctioned by this institution. So let's move to the telephone line and take this person. Hello? 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 The line is so bad, I don't know. Hello? How are you, sir? What's your name and you join us from where?
I'm Benedict Jr. calling from district.
You call from where?
I'm calling from Bloomington district.
Oh, okay. You've been listening to us. We brought out our talking points. So what's your area of interest? What's your rating when it comes to the president's 43 days in office?
Okay, I'm ready to 43 days in office.
You just shake up a little bit because your line is so cracky. Yeah, go ahead.
As it relates to president from the days in office, I will bring in a bit of 85, just 80%. My concern really has to do with the DA. For the DA, they are performing. They are doing extremely well. They are honestly trying to see them performing well as it relates to eradicating drugs in our community. Yeah.
Okay.
I see our children, the children in the ghetto, they are developing fear. Most of them are living in the ghetto. Even those that are dealing the drugs, they are developing fear. So I will greet them. As it relates to the DA, they are doing extremely well.
All right, my brother. Thank you so well. Let's get more of your reactions. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 The numbers to call and form part of the program, the Afternoon Conversation, right here on Love FM 105.1. Let's go to this telephone line. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's your name and you join us from where?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Pana from Tokum.
Please be audible. You say?
I'm Joseph Pana calling from Tokum.
Oh, let's hear you, Jesse.
Yeah, when it comes to grading the government, I'll grade the government 85%.
Uh-huh. Let's hear you. Oh, Jesse is out. Let's get more of your reactions. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073, 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105 are the numbers to call and put forth your points. What you make of the president's 43 days in office? What's your grading? What's your rating? Is the president performing to expectation or not? What's your expectation? What's the rating of the president's performances? So let's get to the line. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's your name in the journal somewhere?
Oh, good afternoon, Mustafa. I'm calling from Cinco.
Mustafa, let's hear you.
The expectation of the government is for 3 days.
What's your rating?
But my rating, I'm a wonderful United Partisan, but for now, as a Liberian, we know our normal routine. Although the president said there will be no cases of future, I will grade our government 35% out of 100.
35?
I will wait to 35. I will wait to see after the 100 days our performance, whether we continue or not. Then we should add the grading of that to become a concern. I should grade at 85. As for me, I will say 35 now because Liberian will start it, we don't end it. But we pray that everything continues with the blessings of God first and the blessings of our president. And those are enforcing the president mandate.
The president have announced Executive Order 126 on asset recovery. What's your take on that?
I'm one of the most happiest citizens in the Republic of Liberia as of the announcement of the president 126 Executive Order asset recovery. I had the opportunity to serve as one of the enforcer. I will appreciate the president coming to be part of that team to recover assets that have been stolen from the Liberian people at the detriment of the ignorance, so we can get back to government. Just an example on the Great Judy Bryan property. You see how beautiful it is? Today, government is enjoying a property between the 16th and 17th Street. Freely, there's kind of beautiful building. So let me just set the example. It's not a wish on. Let me set the example on this guy, our brother, how they call it, what do you call it? Can you imagine on the old road? This is the guy that I know of. He's our big brother. We know him before CDC got the power. We know what he had on himself. But go and see the march on the palaces like there today. They're adjacent the mosques at the Muslim graveyard there. The old chuba. So this guy need to tell, what do you call it, need to tell how he got his properties. We're not wishing him, we wish him well. He's a young man, he's well educated. He worked for his money, January, he should earn his general property. But can you imagine, with all of the CPA that he had before acquiring government positions, he never had at least the 2-bedroom house for himself. But immediately he got to power as the Deputy Prime Minister of Fiscal Affairs, he had more than 10 buildings for himself. So let me take example, particularly Wolokoli. Wolokoli needs to tell how he got his property. I wish that I would be one of the agents in the asset recovery. I will help my Liberian people one of these days.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. Are you single out of man at that?
Thank you.
Okay. Hey man, go straight for a man now. Go. Let's get to the line and get more of your reactions. 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105. The president have announced Executive Order 126 on asset recovery. What do you make of that? And what's your rating for the president's 43 days in office? Wow. Let's get to your reactions. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073, The numbers to form part of the afternoon conversation right here on Love FM 105.1. So a lot of things, yeah, because there were people who others knew before getting into public office. They knew their income couldn't give them what they now have. So at the end of the day, they've been singled out as one of those individuals who amalgamate wealth on the expense of the Liberian people. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call, and let's talk about this. What's your rating of the president for the 3 days in office? And the president have announced Executive Order 126 that has to do with asset recovery. The Liberian people, the president said he will leave no stone unturned. Yeah, he will leave no stone unturned. So, with this pronouncement, what you make of it? Others are saying is a witch hunt, while others are saying is in the right direction of the country because it helps to put the country at. Let's get this person. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Chanje, let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, thank you for the recognition for the sake of the Liberian people that in video land money changes around the Guaja community people there.
No,
My brother, thank you so much for the message resonating with the Liberian Honorable Ambassador Joe Boakai again 85%. Because our brother, our father is doing well for this country for the time it took over. To the point that the same people in Grand Bazaar and Nima to take the road square march in that country to join the people and the road development fund and understand to see up there to take the road from Grand Bazaar to Nima, from Nima to Grand Gila and stand everywhere. So our brother done well. And also those that declare the asset, I want to say thanks to all of them that declare the asset and the issue about the world economic critical, we have people passing around getting other speculation. But to be frank, we look at the world economic critical and look at the 200 million I was saying in this country to establish this school. But I'm looking at the fitting in this country, what the American or whosoever that behind the work critical are pushing forward on the work critical, they don't have the fitting in this country when laws appearing, when I have no one to say why the people planning for them and pushing forward the work critical. Because if you have there to grab few people and put them in jail and leaving the figure alone, I think it will be it would not be rare to the society and we have to invite the human rights society. Those that will be caught in the crime when they came into jail to see how better for the human rights to go and waste where they will be putting the people in, how confused the president will be for these people that will, because there's an allegation are going on. But when they found guilty in the allegation that are going there, we invite the human rights community to see and go and view the place that will be carrying those people in Ghana or what have you. So thank you, my brother, and the best resonating with the Liberian people.
Message is always resonating with Janji. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call and form part of the afternoon conversation as we look at the president's for the 3 days in office. And within the period of time, the president have just announced Executive Order 126 on asset recovery. What you make of it? Is it in the right direction? Is he on par as it relates to governance? Let's get your view on the matter. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. Yeah, the papi say, simple Liberian way, it will go after all those who have acquired wealth on the expense of the Liberian people. Some are saying it's all about witch hunting. No. While others are saying it is in the right direction as Liberia strive to get on par with her counterparts in the communities of nations. So let's get to hear from you what it is, what you make of it. Yeah. For me, Liberia, whatever that has to do with transparency and accountability that the government will embark on, I see it as in the right direction and not a witch hunt, because over the years, and this will serve as a deterrent for the present and incoming leaderships. Yeah. Those who are at the helm of power at the moment, it will give them a sense of belonging to know that you are placed at these positions not for yourself, but you are placed at these positions to serve the Liberian people. When we were growing up, we learned and we saw for ourselves that public office, especially government offices or government job, was more like a sacrificial job, wanting to give back to your country. It was not a job to enrich yourself. So those who were actually looking for riches, they found themselves trooping to the private sector, while those who want to contribute to the growth and development of the country, they more like troop to the government jobs, you know. But it has given a turnover wherein government jobs are now jobs that people use to enrich themselves on the expense and the ignorance of the citizens. The private sector is strangulated, and those in the public sector use the means to actually amalgamate wealth for themselves. So, Executive Order 126 is now in full swing. So if you got illegal wealth within a short period of time of your service, know that the law is the law, and the law must take its course. The Liberian people deserve best. While others are saying better, I say best. So let's get to hear you, what you make of it. 077-866-5073, 0887-105-105 are the numbers to call and form part of the afternoon conversation. Tell us, what's your rating? The president today marks the 43 days in office. Yeah, from January 22nd to March 6th. 43 days now. If you are to rate the president and his administration, what would the rating be? From 1 to 10. What would your rating be? Let's get this commercial commitment. When we come back, we take more of your reactions and move on to other talking points.
Liberia, are you ready? I said, are you ready to become a landlord? First time in Liberia, you can win a 2-bedroom house as a grand prize only with Lone Star Cell MTN Recharge and Bumper campaign. Yes, with Recharge and Bumper to become a landlord, plus win plenty of other prizes weekly, up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. TV, motorbikes, smartphones, soft drink, data, credit, and many more. That's right. Your next recharge can win you amazing prizes like airtime, data, smartphones, original Coke from G5 Brewery, motorbikes, and more. Did I mention you can win a grand prize of a 2-bedroom house and become a landlord? Yes, yes, yes. LRB, Recharge and Bumper, Recharge and Bumper, Recharge, Lone Star airtime, or data with Momo, or scratch card, and win Boku Boku.
MTN.
Hey! I take it all.
You say wetin?
Hey! Yeah! I bump Hey,
What happened? Where your problem?
my man, you talking to the latest landlord in town.
Where 1 year?
I just win one whole big house from the Lone Star Recharge and Pumping promotion.
You say wetin?
2-bedroom house.
Wait. I not believe it.
Yeah, oh man, people winning motorbike, smartphone, TV, soft drink, data, credit, even mobile money every Friday in the draw.
Recharge and bump it. Simply recharge Lone Star airtime or data by scratch card or mobile money bundle to win credit, data, packs of Coca-Cola, smartphones, TVs, motorbikes, and a big one or brand new 2-bedroom house.
Hello, landlord. I shake it.
I've been trying to call you. The rent money say he sent, and I get.
I've been raising a party. I landlord now. I'm paying money again.
Simply recharge Lone Star airtime or data with a scratch card or mobile money bundle to win Baku.
MTN.
Yes, indeed. Lone Star Cell MTN. So let's read for you Executive Order number 26. It says Executive Order number 26, Republic of Liberia, Executive Order number 26, establishment of the Office of Assets Recovery. Whereas assets that were illegally and wrongfully acquired at the expense of the government and people of Liberia have served to enrich certain current and past government officials who have acted with impunity and affront to the country and their fellow citizens. Whereas it is the responsibility of all public officials to declare their assets upon entry into public service and upon exit. Therefore, in the interest of transparency and in keeping with established law, in order to give account of their stewardship while in public office, and in order to avoid corruption and illegal acquisition of assets. Whereas it is paramount that public assets that were illegally obtained and converted to private use be retrieved and returned to the Liberian people, and the perpetrator be brought to justice in accordance with appropriate laws that provides for confiscation through criminal investigation and legal prosecution. And whereas in order to put in place the required legal framework for the recovery of all assets wrongfully acquired by current and former officials and employees of the Liberian government, in order to appropriately and robustly curtail this alarming menace that has engulfed our country and address the situation of confiscating public fixed and liquid assets to private use by officials placed in positions of trust. The government of Liberia has decided to establish a task force of asset recovery within the office of the Ministry of State for special services that will have the legal authority and mandate to retrieve all wrongfully acquired government assets. Whereas the task force shall consist of a chair and co-chair, and shall have the full cooperation of the General Services Agency, the Ministry of Justice, and all security agencies. Whereas the Asset Recovery Task Force shall also retrieve assets from private individuals who have illegally purchased government assets. Yeah. If you know you bought government assets or government property, you start worrying now. Whereas government, this is whereas given the gravity of this situation and the need to immediately restore lost assets in order to ensure economic viability and development, it is imperative to issue this executive order that cannot await the lengthy legislative process that may derail the process of asset restoration. Now, therefore, I, Joseph Newman Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, hereby issue this executive order number 26 with an intent to immediately take steps to retrieve, recover, restore, and reinstate our fixed and liquid assets from within and out of our borders that have been converted to private use by government officials and employees that were placed in positions of trust. The task force has the following mandate: identify and trace all of Liberia's stolen and suspicious assets within and out of the borders of Liberia. Constitute investigative panel to probe into Liberia's stolen and suspicious assets. Constitute an effective and robust legal, research, and investigative team to procure and prepare tangible evidence. Initiate immediate criminal prosecution and civil litigation where applicable on behalf of the government of Liberia. Upon adjudication, return confiscated assets to Liberia. Place travel and other restrictions on all individuals identified as suspects while undergoing investigation for stolen and suspicious assets. Employ diplomatic and Interpol means to extradite individuals identified as suspects that are outside the bailiwick of Liberia in order to bring them under the jurisdiction of the investigative team. And the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning shall with immediate effect allocate and disburse funds or fundings based on the budget presented for the full implementation of this exercise. This executive order shall take immediate effect, given under my hand and seal this 5th day of March, AD 2024. Joseph Newman Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia. So that's it. So if you think that you stole the Liberian people money or you diverted assets into your own personal use that was intended for the public, the Liberian people, whether you yell in a simple Liberian way, whether you yell or you usa Liberia, they will go for you. If you in Ivory Coast, you in Guinea, you in America, Interpol will work along with the government of Liberia to get you back for investigation. So the president said no stone will be left unturned. Make sure that the Liberian people monies, properties be returned. Those who were entrusted with those positions and the benefits that came, they diverted those benefits to their personal use, they will restore and go through investigation. So this is Executive Order number 126 that was signed on yesterday by the president. And the speaker concurred with the president. Yeah, I'm still looking for this stuff. I saw it somewhere here, where the speaker, J. Fonati Kofa. Yeah, the man working.
Where you?
Let me go there. Honorable J. Fonati Kofa is actually in concurrence with the president. 126. Oh, yeah, we need people here. We are. The call is. Oh my God, I want to get this thing done quickly for you. So you can put through your calls on 0887 105 105 0778 665 073. Having heard the reading of the Executive Order 126 that was signed by the president on yesterday, you can put forth your calls. You listen to all of our the visits for the 126 order. So you can now put through your calls and let's get to talk. Is this a witch hunt or is in the right direction of the country? What do you make of the president 43 days in office? In all aspects of his administration, security, health, education, you just name it. What do you make of it? So let's get your calls. 0887 105 105 0778 665 073. You want to see people changing Nina on document? Hey, public office is not a place for you to get wealth on the expense of the Liberian people. Okay. The House Speaker, J. Fonati Kofa, writes about his opinion following the House passage of the March 5 resolution bill calling for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. Yeah, another one too. We will touch that part too. It said, we welcome the President Executive Order on asset recovery. The legislature must move quickly to establish the corruption court to hold past and present individuals responsible who robbed the state and citizens of our valuable resources. Concomitant with the House's passage of the War and Economic Crimes Resolution of March 5, the end of impunity in Liberia is near. Wow. That's a good writing there by Liberia News Network. Liberia News Network days. So kudos to you guys for this publication. So now, what do you make of it? You know what it means? To recover government assets. Some people, I can recall when the CDC-led government took over, And this same 126 was announced. We saw vehicles taken by past officials. Some of them kept those vehicles in their homes. Some of them took those vehicles to places that you would not even think of, where good vehicles of that kind would have been. So we saw a presidential task force going after individuals of the previous government. That's the Unity Party-led government by then. Let's get this caller. We'll come back. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Brother Rufus.
Yay. How you doing, my brother? Peter Watson.
This is Peter Watson.
Yeah, I know, my brother.
Yeah.
So what's your rating of the president's 43 days in office?
For me, I say thank you to him because the start one is very hard. The country part already finished. So we got to take it from scratch to bring it to where we want to go. I want to say thank you. Even though you say another day we're going to get local heat, but I know that will not be possible. But at least let me start it small. What I'm going to say, asset recovery is okay. Because for the past almost 2 terms government have been in power. There are a lot of government officials that took our money, stay at home, carry around, do other things with it. So we could not go after them. Like for the late Judy Bryan, the hunting pay off for this year by his marshal. At least the government to make right now as a justice ministry is okay. So those that took our money and carry it abroad, let the government go after them and get it. Well, we can take our tax here, money go out they get, we'll pay tax on it. So they take the money and put it in a packet and do what they want to do, and then we the common citizen will suffer. Then we'll put out go after and they say that waste home. That is all. I don't know what they want in that bureau. We'll cry for it, time for it to action, then we'll go into cry. But I beg our president, we still all of us have song, we want honor reign, we argue for him to become president today. Let him, let him do it when that brand people want. It will be okay for us. Those that committed crime, let them face in the justice. Because my family here are invaded of the war. Some of our home were burned. My little sister was taken by some rebels. Recognize you take it, taking her up. 3 years old. They were taking opium, putting in her mouth. But she left in the house, we all ran away. And they took her. I don't want to call her name, but someone that stay around, we know them. So at least let open our war craft court. We'll be able to go there and testify because they can be passing around enjoying what our family have been hurt and they're going through some trauma. So let the war craft court card for me paying 100+1 support.
Okay. Thank you so much, Peter Watson, for your views. Your views are well taken. Let's get more of your reactions. 0887-105-105, The War and Economic Crimes Court. Wow. We saw on yesterday scores of legislators fix their signature to the document. Hello?
Hello?
How are you, sir? What's your name in the journal somewhere?
This is Mario speaking from Lukita.
You speak from where?
Mario speaking from Lukita.
Okay, Maurice Hoff, let's hear you. What do you make of the president's 43 days in office and the pronouncement of Executive Order 126 on asset recovery?
Firstly, let me say thank you to His Excellency Joseph Nima Boakai for his hard working and for his fast thinking. If he not get a job in a particular government, I'm very happy for that particular order. And I will be happy for that war and economic critical to come in Liberia. So at least our country can be like or Ghana or the other places there. So at least when people come and say, yeah, Liberia here. Because we're getting the money, taking the carrying it abroad, different thing with it, we're getting the money, we the common people, we're suffering. They're getting the money, they don't even want to look or we that can say, we'll say, whole day. So I beg the president or I beg the Senate and the representative, let it impose that particular money. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother. Yeah, let's get more of your reactions. 077-8665073, 105 105 are the numbers to call and put forward your points. Let's go to other national issues, but we're still taking calls on the talking points anyways. This caller, hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Wonderful. What's your name and you join us from where?
My name is Patrick Smith.
Let's hear you.
Please. I'm a young kind like you, but you know what? I'm not seeing yet, but my whole life is sorrowful. I only little over photo of my little money fellow. I have not seen that people woman make it out, but only photo. My internet is oh yes, your mother in a church. When I entered there in the Mabraka episode. So now I went to look at our photo. I always see my mother and my father every time when I hear about the word and every time I make my phone, when look at the photo and the shirt here. Every decoration day, I have no one ever decorate. I do only for the friends. But my friend never decorate. It's that I'm very young. You see me that you're at the moment. It's to my whole life. But now, well, two. According to this story, they say we're two. One kid, one boy. But I want other to walk back on. And see, I thought I just that script. I came my spirit. The whole church. Everybody was in there, matter. So my story is too long. So if I say I will what?
Oh, so sad. We lost him. He ran out of credits. So to this issue that has to do the War and Economic Crimes Court, we saw on yesterday several lawmakers fixing their signature to the document. And in so doing, a son of Nima Kante, a professional journalist who worked with the BBC for several years and covered the Liberian civil crisis, writes in person of Janeton Pelele. This is why he had to write. He's a veteran journalist. He wrote these lines. He said, as a Liberian journalist who covered the war and saw some of the atrocities and deliberate killings that characterize the fighting, I welcome the court wholeheartedly. The court will provide an opportunity for some people who are thought to have committed the worst war crimes to explain their deeds in a bid to clear their names. Also, some people who may be acting clean and innocent around here because their involvements in the war were undercover and unnoticed could find themselves in bigger trouble and be held to account. Senator Prince Johnson, he says, to my Senator Pre-YJ, I am always troubled by your reaction to the planned coming of the court. You make it appear as though you are the only person who stands accused of unlawful actions in the war and the only person expected to explain his parts before the court. He said, why do you feel alone, Senator Johnson? Let me ask you a few questions. Were you and all your troops involved in the infamous Lutheran Church massacre of 1990, for example? Were your fighters the ones who slaughtered over 800 displaced and fleeing civilians on September 18, 1994 in the Bond County central rural town of Polokpa when Banga had fallen? to an invading political group? Were your forces the ones who lobbed rockets into displaced people parked Greystone compound in Monrovia in June 2003? Were your guys the ones who were accused of killing and throwing civilians into the Mile River on the Bombing Hills Road? Were they the ones who threw filling civilians into the St. Paul River in September 1994? Was it your IMPFL movement that attacked and killed locals in Sinjay in 1996? Did you fight in River G where atrocities were reportedly committed? What about the Bakadu atrocity in Lofa? Were your forces involved? Don't you know also that the very Senate in which you sit has people who need to respond to allegations of massive financial improprieties and serious economic crimes? Senator Johnson, he says, Senator, my point is, you need to accept to be given an opportunity to account for and defend your alleged actions in the wars. And the court obviously will come down with a fair verdict. Guilty or non-guilty, but you need to know that besides you, there are many other actors still out there who need to answer to their alleged participation in the atrocities for which the war became so uncivil, brutal, gruesome, crucial, and very nasty. The scars of the bloodletting are still visible, and people responsible have to be held accountable. So it is annoying, he says, so it annoys me that each time there is a discussion about or around the setting up of a war and economic crimes court, you take it personal and make people who do not know about happenings during the wars to see you as the lone alleged perpetrator. You are the one, Senator Johnson, who's creating the impression that you are the only person for which the court is coming. Instead of reacting harshly, relax and let the court come so that Liberians, especially people who were not around, will get to know who did and did not do what. As a son of Nima County and someone who could succeed you after you have retired, this is my brotherly advice. That's the writing of Jeneton Pelele. So let me bring for you the names, some of those names that were captured, for atrocities. Let's get this person first. Hello? Hey, please.
Sorry.
What's your name?
This is Jerry Moe, and I joined from Central Monrovia.
Jerry, let's hear you.
Look, let me tell you, and there are a lot of things we're going through. You will not imagine that my brother were getting his own
situation
things that happened to his family.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was interesting to know that me, who speaks to you, were 3 years old. 3 years old when my mother was about to give birth to another child. When the rebel entered, everybody ran away. He died. The only thing I have access to is the picture. Imagine what we go through. It's unimaginable. We can't have these people living with us. If we continue to have these people living with us, I tell you, few years from now, another thing is going to take place in this country. People are hurt. And the same people who came and kill our people and wasted our time that today some of us don't have access to mother day, father day, family feelings. It is because of them today we are going through this kind of situation. Then you still have them here. We pay them. We work. We pay them. And they eat from us. We make their children to go to good schools while we still suffering because we did not have the relevant people to educate us. And today we suffering and they've been paid and living luxurious life here. And you say we should let these people go. Imagine what's going to happen. Some of us will stay bleed on a daily basis. And you have these people living luxurious life. We support this code. Let these people go and pay for what they did.
Okay,
so we support the in support of what the president says about audit or whatever after recovery. We are in support of it. Labrador is about to get to work.
Oh, okay, he's off the line. Hope we can have you. So with that being said, after reading the notes of veteran journalist Jonathan Pelele, we have with us 3-page document with the names, the complete listing of persons recommended for prosecution for gross human rights violation and war crimes. So we have 8 leaders of warring factions, namely Charles G. Taylor, MPFL, Prince Y. Johnson, IMPFL, Roosevelt Johnson, who is deceased, Ulimo and Ulimo J. We have Alhaji G.V. Nkrumah, who is deceased, Ulimo and Ulimo K. We have George Bole, LPC, former lawmaker. We have Thomas Yahya Nimle, presently a lawmaker, Model. We have Sekou Damati Kone, who's all around here, languishing. Lloyd. We have Francois Massacre, who is deceased, LDF, Lofa Defense Force. So the most notorious perpetrators, we have how many names here? Most notorious perpetrators, we have how many names here? Let's see. We have that's one notorious. We have 98 most notorious perpetrators that have been captured on this listing. 1, Prince Y. Johnson, his violation, killing, extortion, massacre, destruction of property, forced recruitment, assault, adoption, torture, and forced labor, as well as rape. We have Moses Zebla, who is deceased, torture, adoption, assault, and looting. William Sumo, he should be living around the Dupero area there. William Sumo, torture, adoption, assault, and looting. Masayan Sion, torture, adoption, assault, looting, forced detention, forced recruitment. John Bito, torture, adoption, assault, and looting. Person Gate alias General Satan, massacre, torture, and extortion. Austin Zor, massacre, arson, and torture. Joseph Payon, massacre. Matthias Petty, massacre. General Lawrence Gwenu, forced labor and massacre. Superintendent Jonathan Bunny, he's a lawmaker right now. Torture. Albert Sumet, murder and rape. General Sampson, murder and rape. Christopher Vambo, alias General Mosquito, murder. Torture. Murder and torture. Colonel Joloka, rape, torture, and murder. Prince Nambwe, rape, torture, and murder. Pat Rain Kennedy, murder, looting, and forced labor. Club Boy, murder, looting, and forced labor. Abel S. Balia, torture, rape, and murder. General Nelly, rape, forced labor, and murder. McDonald Tapper, rape, mutilation, and murder. Anthony Pony, rape, mutilation, and murder. Alfred Pine, rape, mutilation, and murder. Conceptions General Green, conscription, rape, and murder. Sewani Khan, conscription, rape. Chris Davis, murder, conscription, torture, and rape. Colonel Tally, torture and rape. John Gwynn, alias General Noringa, murder, forced labor, mutilation. Michael Davis, alias Sonegat Debo, looting, torture, killing, and gang rape. Peter Gare, children father, killing. Kuku Dennis, General Gonda, NPFL, massacre, killing, forced labor, and cannibalism. Kasaka Group, NPFL, Joseph Model, massacre, forced labor, rape, killing, torture, and cannibalism. LPC, Blood Soccer War Bus, cannibalism. Nuku Johnson, General Nathan, LPC, massacre, torture, rape. NPFL Red Devil, massacre. LPC Mohammed Bar, Superman, killing, rape. LPC Superman, massacre. JY NPFL Delta Force, massacre. Chinese Japo Philip Kemonka, NPFL, killing, rape, torture, forced labor. LPC Diba, killing, torture, distortion. NPFL Marine Fasu Gongano, torture, detention. MPFL, Madame Black Diamond, massacre, cannibalism. General Freeman, MPFL, massacre. Sonega, young killer, skinny, torture, massacre. MPFL Matthew Glow, killing, massacre, torture, forced labor. MPFL General Gonda, regional ballot. Cannibalism of eating victims' human flesh. Citizens of Duo, single barrel unit MPFL, massacre. MPFL Makamon Goe, Sei Boyu, massacre, extortion, torture, killing, destruction. LPC George P. Slow Garrison, killing, destruction, and torture. Sir Arabody, murder. Dismemberment of pregnant women. Richard Flomo, torture and killing. Jerry Ricks, massacre. John Garan, torture, killing, and massacre. General Stephen Fonlo, torture, extortion, killing, execution, conspiracy. It says execution, summary, conscription. General Joe Tua, execution, conscription, forced labor, and ritualistic killing. Forced labor, ritualistic killing, torture, rape, and summary. David Daniel, torture, rape, summary, and ritualistic killing. Martina Johnson, killings. Jean Michel, torture, sexual slavery, forced labor, and killings. General Fasu, rape, massacre, looting, and summary killings. George Dwyer, murder, killing, and torture. General Charles Julu, murder, killing, destruction of property, and torture. Augustine Nambwe, Allies General Power. Augustine Nambwe, Allies General Power. Torture, looting, and destruction of property. Marcus Hargrave, torture, killing, and looting. J. Apollo Swain, killing and extortion. Sando Johnson, killing and forced recruitment. Joseph Massa alias Ziza Massa, murder. Carl Farley, massacre and killing. Famuya, rape, torture, and forced labor. Amos Barkley, rape, torture, and forced labor. Larry Murphy, killing and torture. Mark Towson, massacre, torture, and arson. General Ofori Dia, alias Iron Jacket, forced labor. George Warpo, massacre, arson, and torture. Colonel 00, massacre, arson, and torture. Peter Dunn, massacre, arson, and torture. Colonel Koto, massacre, arson, and torture. Tommy B. Womba, massacre, arson, and torture. Peter Peewee, alias General Katali, killing and torture. General Harrison Badio, rape, sexual slavery, and forced labor. Benjamin Yetan, murder, torture, and abduction. Roland Duo, murder, torture, and abduction. Flex Washington, murder. Senegalese, murder, torture, and forced displacement. Moses Tally, alias Colonel Cobra, torture and murder. Colonel David, torture and extortion. Safa Norman, adoption and arson. Oh, this person named God Dawson. Arson. Adolphus Dolo, murder. Melvin Sobandi, deceased. Killing, torture, massacre. Mango Menlo, murder, adoption, and rape. Mark Gwen, killing, genocide, and murder. Moses Thomas Former, torture and murder. Jerry Brown, torture, murder, looting. Wilbert Sapp, torture, murder. Harry Johnson, torture, murder. Zico Na Dalia, murder, torture, forced labor, displacement, rape, genocide, massacre. Lieutenant Andrew Gay, torture, murder. Arthur Yenabo, torture, murder. So that's the names so far. These are individuals who've been captured as in this document. They have been captured as most notorious perpetrators. So the War Crimes Court is imminent. Lots of signatures from lawmakers and journalists, veteran journalists, Senator Mpelele tend to caution Senator Johnson. Say they here, papi, now you're one. You got plenty of people there that part of the team here. So as soon as they talk about War Crime Code, you won't make it like that only your one cause atrocity. No. Let the team be. At least let the team come so that you can exonerate yourself. Don't be there making the team look like, oh, the people after me. Oh. Yeah, they War Crime Code here. I get men in the bush. No. The journalist said no. He gave a list of massacre and a lot of atrocities at a particular time and moment. And he asked the question, were you or your forces a part of this? What is crying wolf here? What you crying? Like only you, when they say War Crime Code, only you are coming for. No, don't do it. 0887-105-0778-665-073. We're going to take a few calls and call it a day with barely 4 minutes left. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call and form part. You gave your views on these talking points. We have what do you make of the president 43 days in office? What's your rating? And the president have come up with Executive Order 126 on asset recovery. What do you make of that? And the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court. What's your take? Hello?
Hello, brother.
How are you?
I'm Oscar calling from Bangladesh FP.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy on the work because 1990 I was 13 years old. I remember so much happy they put in the case for it, they call it a troop. They made an extension with checkpoint. We just say part two bomb line. He got on Yang. He killed a point bomb line. He got on Yang. He put the connect. He killed the fender. He killed most of our people. So we're very happy for the work with Billy. They will have got this straight. The people can have that go and examine themselves.
No, okay.
Yeah, so I'm very much impressed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This caller, hello? Let's get more of your reactions. 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105. This caller, hello?
Yeah, how are you, my brother?
Wonderful. What's your name and you join us from where?
I'm Shatobe from FRC.
Sherry, let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, that list is just rare, man. And that list is all those that the new that list, they are all particles of the war. I don't know how to go small, very neat, and we'll get to know ourselves. After the Moria War, the World War III, we get to know this. They are around. So, you shouldn't worry that he won't date him when he shouldn't worry. So, he get made that we didn't on that. We didn't on that, so he get made in the bush. So, that's it. Brother, let it walk on for count. We can support, we are here, brother. Brother. Nobody me my friend. Okay.
Thank you so much. This caller, hello?
Yeah, hello.
How are you? What's your name and you join us from where?
I'm Manu Cyrus Tobe. I join you from the Oro.
Cyrus, let's hear you.
Yeah, of course, I have to deal with all the listing that you call. How many people are still living? The question.
How many are there?
Yeah.
Amongst the numbers that are called, the dead ones, they're about 8.
8.
The dead ones, about 8.
Yeah.
So the remaining are still alive. And some of them hold senatorial position, representative position, some of them are directors, all the kind of thing.
Yeah, so on the point, you know, by that, I will conclude by Kalasa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Let's get to the line and take this person. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you? What's your name in the journal somewhere?
I'm James K. Duno calling from Cinco Fiamma.
Let's hear you, Duno.
Okay. Thank you for the topic on the discussion this afternoon. You see, for me, the only thing I most often say to people is that we shouldn't blame Senator President Johnson. You see, when you are sitting down as a witchcraft in a committee and people are talking about killing all the witchcraft, you need to be worried. You don't have to pretend. Senator President Johnson, he himself knows within himself that he committed all of these crimes that are listed there. He's on video by killing a whole nation president. So pretending will not help him. So sometimes most of these things Senator can be doing, he's not doing it out of his own control. But he just has to do these things because he knows that he's wrong. And he himself knows that he's totally wrong.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much.
So you have to face the reality. Thank you.
Let's get this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name is Janet Brown, calling from Panaville.
John, let's hear you.
Yeah, you know, I'm a neighbor. Our father shouldn't be worrying about I want to hear the worker coming for. It's not coming for him. When he comes, when he guilty, he will go and pay the penalty of what he did. The looting runner that he killed, he not being afraid. He should be afraid. You know, the don't we didn't matter. We will no longer be used against the fight to destroy our country. So that dream why he should be going around say, I get the matter, I get it, I get it, general. We will never hold it. We're never going to do anything in the country again. We will get our action what we did before. Thank you.
Okay, let's get this person. Hello? 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 Okay, so you still on the line. Let's get another person to fit in.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Wonderful. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm calling from Upper Power.
What's your name?
Yeah, this Adam Kamara.
Mr. Kamara, let's hear you.
I'm okay. Yeah. So the standard of work around crew is highly commending. It's commendable. So we should commend the president for that. Now you see, when it comes to the work around crew, the post, yeah, some people are saying that it's not time late. It will not hold. It will not work. You see, those people are most of them are the failures people. They fail to implement those things, and some of other people are also a direct beneficiary of the people who committed the atrocity. So you see, Chris asking this thing, some people say it will not work. It will not hold. It will not work. It will not hold. No, I don't know what direction they are speaking from. So is that because they are direct beneficiary from those people who committed the atrocity, and so some people are taken on the room. They are taken in the room of this team. For the time those things are committed, some people are taken on this. They carry the room. They carry the pins. So that the people are saying that it will not work. It will not work. I don't know. And the best way the country can be straightened up, things can work for the country, and those kind of impunity can stop, is to work to we all to support the kind of the work around the world economic code in this country. The only way we all can see that we are moving forward or making a progress in this country. But when people see Chris asking this, it will not work, it will not hold. We just see it here, it will not work, it will not hold. But you see, I see a video, it will not work, it will not hold. Why are you talking? Are you kidding me? Yeah, man.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Let's get more of your reactions. 087 105 105 0778 665 073. Back to the telephone line. Hello?
Yeah, hello, brother. Thank you very much for putting me the time. This is Chawu Pibuza Junior and I do join from the posting of the other country.
Let's hear you.
When we're talking about the working cook, 100% great. Liberian people and also our lawmakers to sign the working cook. We just don't know that he not only charted or won't go to jail. Then you got to know that he will go to jail one of these days. So as we're sitting here today, I'm so excited, 100% to see we the Liberian people talking about working cook. So 100% support the idea of the lawmakers, sign into bill, the working cook is coming to all Liberian. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to the telephone line. Hello? This person on line 2. Hello? All right. Let's move to line 1. Hello?
Hello. Good evening. This is Mr. Elisha Standing.
Let's hear you.
Yes. I'm following you for a period of time. You know, I understood all that you are saying, including the list that you read from the veteran journalist Jonathan Pelele. But I want to say this.
No, the list was not from Jonathan Pelele. I got this list from a source.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get that part.
Okay. Jonathan Pelele only wrote cautioning senator not to
worry.
Yeah.
That the work code is not only for he alone. There are many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I want to say here is that the first thing I must grade this government 85%.
Okay.
Reason being, if you break down a house and I come to reconstruct that house, it will not just be done abruptly. It will be done bit by bit, from portion to portion. So I must give them that. And also, the part of the Liberian people, I am thankful to God for giving the old man that thought that what the Liberian people need, he must do it. He must do it. So that this country, when you walk in the street, somebody get knife, they want to do anything, they will think twice. But right now, anybody, you and them on the street side, they want to steal from you. You will see them taking out knife, and nobody will come and then, stop them. But if this war crime code, the representative then finish with their portion and send it to the senator, let the senator then do what they can do and send it to the president for approval. This will make our country to go back to the same stage. Now we talk about the assets recovery.
Mm-hmm.
when we talk, sometimes people will get annoyed because this country, the population is too small to suffer that a Liberian citizen cannot earn $10 US to have a meal. Then you see that one man will go and see $6 million United States dollars put it in a cover, and then the next week he see another one while other people are suffering. Let's be very frank. If we are very frank to each other as Liberians, nobody can suffer here. This is America. Nobody will suffer. But you stole the money so much, then you start a plane from here, you go to Dubai just to have one. Look at what our ex-representative did. Akala Great living from here, going to France to go get married. In the Republic of Liberia, this country, it was Akala's great wedding. Now,
that part of it, resources that he got from his just work,
this
him to do what he did.
Whether you a charter or flight to carry people to go and have the anniversary.
A level of man to celebrate anniversary wherever you want to.
Resources, that's what I'm talking. They not wasted the resources because when you give somebody, they're not supposed to get 100 United States, get them 1,500 United States, they will cause trouble. Because the money plenty, they will cause problem. But I'm very happy. Let the old man and those that they coming appoint to recover all the wasted government funds. Let them be straight. No friendship, no sorry heart. Thank you. For me, I'm in support. Anything that will make Liberia to shine like Ghana, like Aricos, I'm in support.
No, okay.
Let this country be delivered from the hands of the pain. Only thing I believe it will only stop to the past. If to say going to the UP, the telling government that
this thing is not just for the Ruby.
I learned, I have not been in South Africa, that Ellen built a hospital in South Africa while Liberians are suffering here for good hospital. Government able to retrieve that one, let them get it back for Liberia. Seriously, I'm in support. I love it, and I really want them to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 0778665073 0887-105-105. The numbers to call. Hello. Your name and the journal somewhere?
My name is Dalton. I'm calling from Stephen Tower Estate.
Dalton, let's hear you.
Yeah, it's actually a good start for President Boakai in his work for the 3 days for the fact that we have reached this far concerning the World Economic Crime Code. It's a good start for him. But I followed the program, so I want to know as to whether the former President George and Ellie Salih's name were all mentioned.
No, their names weren't mentioned. The notorious, criminals, as it relates to the listing here, the names weren't mentioned. The both of them names weren't mentioned. The names that you, the names.
So in totality, there are how many, sir?
Well, in terms of the notorious, the names that I have in my possession here, they are 98. 98. Then the world leaders, the warlords, it says warlords and warring faction. We have 8. The likes of Charles Taylor, Prince Johnson, Roosevelt Johnson, Arachi Kroman, George Bolle, Thomas Yaya Nimlen, Sekou Tamati Konen, and Francois Massacre. So amongst these names, we have Roosevelt Johnson, dead. Roosevelt Johnson is dead. You have Alachi Kroman dead. You have Francois Massacre dead. So you have Sekou Tamati Kone is alive. Tomo Yaya Nimle, he's alive. George Bolle is alive. Roosevelt Johnson is dead. Yeah. So Prince Johnson is alive. Charles Taylor is alive.
Yes. Anyway, thank you very much for that information. And then the people have to pay for what. That's probably they have stayed over some time now. And then the thing that puzzled me actually, those people, that committed the atrocity that they don't want in government enjoying. So you get people, the people that they hurt, they are all starving. What is that? What is that? So I'm glad enough that President Boakai he has stood the ground and the representatives are all endorse that. Thumbs up to them. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so well. So let's bring you this very important information. This is our own road as a responsible media institution. We see it as our social corporate responsibility, though we're not being paid for this, but we see it as a means of informing our audience. Yeah, the Central Bank of Liberia, Republic of Liberia, public service announcement, all money expires March 31, 2024. If you haven't exchanged your old money for the new money, the Central Bank of Liberia is asking you to do so now. By March 31, 2024, the old money will no longer be used to buy anything or pay for any service in Liberia. The old money is the money printed before 2021, as seen below. Series 1. That money there ain't no 2021, the money, that kind of money there. That the one that you need to carry when you get it, go change it. So, Series 2 is the other money. So, that old money, you need to go change it to the new money. After March 31, 2024, if you still get the old money, it's useless. So, go to the central bank or its nearest outlet and go to make your change of the banknotes. So now another social corporate responsibility we have is this. We play host to an expert in the energy sector the other day, and he made this revelation in person of Mr. Alkinal R. Phillips. We understand that we have power outages. We are experiencing the shortage in terms of power distribution. So he made us to understand that one of the major causes of the wide wave of fire incident, maybe caused by electricity, is this. He said, we Liberians should take note of this. The distribution of electricity as it is being rationed. Like for instance, if you live in a Duper Road area and right about now Duper Road doesn't have current, maybe for 4, 5, 8 hours, the transformer in the Duper Road areas will go to bed. They're putting a simple Liberian terminology now. It will go to bed, meaning all the power that is inside, all that current source that are inside, it will wear out because it's taking longer period. So if they call it off for 8 hours or 4 hours, know that it is going to bed. It's going to zero. So when they decide to send power to Duper Road again, the transformer, before it starts to operate properly, the huge voltage that is sent to the transformer for distribution, the transformer was already asleep. It was not active. So when that current enters the transformer, before it starts to reduce and give the rightful voltage, the current that enter, it will come back outside. And if you are connected, let me put in a simple Liberian explanation so you understand it. If you are connected, like for instance, if current went the money and you left your breaker on, still connected to LEC, and current left sends the money, and we have passed more than 4, 5, 8 hours now, and LEC decide to carry current to Duper Road, by 3 o'clock or at most 4 o'clock today. All those transformers in a Dupero area, they already sleeping. So when current enter it, just the current enter, the how the transformer will just send it by outside. Because before it starts to break down the current for proper distribution, that force that the current enter the transformer with cannot be contained by the transformer. So the transformer has to release it so that it adjusts itself to give the proper electricity that is needed for the various homes. So if you have your socket still plugged in the wall, like for instance, you have your TV still plugged in the wall, your fan, your air conditioner, and you get your breaker still hooked up on LEC, know that the tension, if that 440 current enter that transformer and the transformer was unable to contain it send it outside, that 440 current coming to your home. And when it gets to your home, the wiring you did at your house, those wires cannot contain a 440 volt. So what's going to happen? It will burn that wire, and when the wire starts to burn, what happens? Your house will also burn. The TV that is plugged in the wall, it will blow off because it cannot contain that voltage of current that enter. So most of these burnings that you're experiencing all around the place, people try to politicize it, is nothing about politics. These are very simple things, and the Electricity Corporation is not educating you on it. So long you know that current gone. Like for instance, before, when current go, it will just go for a few minutes or a few seconds and it return. By that time, the transformer is still in activeness, so it can continue whatever way that will come to it. But when it goes to bed after 2, 3, 4 hours, all the little juice that inside, it will wear away. So when new power source coming into it, it gets so high, maybe that 440 current coming in it can't continue. So you have to release it before it adjusts itself to contain and distribute for the proper manner. So you understand it. If you know that you do not want to fall victim to this, make sure when LEC go, you cut your breaker off. When LEC returns, make sure that after 10 to 15 minutes before you hook on to LEC. Anything short of that, some of you, your houses, you did your wiring for quite a long time, and those wires are now corroding and they are not strong like they used to be for those normal years now. So when that high power or voltage enter, it will destroy the wire and start to burn the socket and all the kind of thing. Your whole start to burn. So to avoid these kind of casualties, please make sure when LEC go, cut your equipment off, remove your socket, your how to call it, your air conditioner plug from the wall, move your fan plug from the wall, and cut your LEC breaker off. When current returns, wait for 10 to 15 minutes before you hook back on LEC. It's not LEC can pull. It's not LEC can pull, then you join it. The current can still be high within that period of time. So wait for 10 to 15 minutes before you hook on it. A hint to a wise is quite sufficient. We will continue to emphasize this because it has become a serious problem around the country. We've seen lives being destroyed, properties being destroyed, all because of the fire thing. So to avoid casualties, please adhere to these common logic that we just explained to you. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call and form part of the program. The Afternoon Conversation, we're going to extension today, so we want to hear Liberians on the various topics. Yes, what you make of the president's 43 days in office and so forth. Let's hear you. Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
I'm also calling from Bangistan, FC.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Yes, I want to say a big thanks to you for the education. I see why many horses are burning.
Yeah.
I see the brother, our horse just got burned 2 weeks ago in Finland. Our sister just did it in the state. Yeah, they got rented the place, the whole horse got burned, he died. A serious issue.
Yeah.
Some people say, putting fire, put on the political side. I see the problem. What he's saying is true. So where we are, at least we'll take precaution. Anytime if we go, we'll call all our parents off. When it comes to the time, we'll put it on. Thank you for the education.
Oh yeah, my brother. Yeah, come on. Example. When you when you drain the phone battery, and the phone goes off. When you plug it can take long time before it adjusts to take. Okay, so the hard the whole transformer been looking. Okay. Oh, my brother, thank you so much.
Okay.
Let's get more of your reactions on 0887 105 105 0778 665073. The numbers to call. And what do you make of the president's 43 days in office? In totality, if you are grading him from 1 to 10, what would be his mark? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
How are you?
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Richardson. I'm calling from Painsbury.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you. Hello? The Hammond Azima.
That's the law.
Then
talking about the days the president has spent in the office.
Oh, okay. Executive Order 126, assets recovery.
Yeah.
That's
so, but the problem I have is the issue of the war crime court, because the president has a lot to do for this 100 days that he said that no car will stop on the way. But he has not done all that, and you know that this issue of this war crime court is not an issue of 100 days. Then, we are saying that the country is highly divided. We're talking about...
Oh, hope you can call back. He left the line. He's being harmonized. Let's see if we can take this person. Hello?
Yeah, how you, brother? How you doing?
Wonderful. What's your name and join us from where?
Yeah, this is Boakai for Pipeline Communities.
Let's hear you.
You see, the two topics on our discussion is very much cardinal to our society. The first, we say the war crime issue. It's very much important at this time because it will give deterrent to people who feel we can just do anything, will go out to put fear in government officials and other personnel that will try to sell in the country that will believe in destroying life and property or storing public material that they can work only at any time. To put fear in those people. When they see their friend going on a punishment for towards this thing, it will help your country. Also, AEC issue. I believe what you have said over there concerning AEC law is 100% true. Because I want the AEC went off. After they said they were adjusting the law. After the adjustment, the calling Johnson with full. The scanning wire that were attached to the other lamp, that was the first that catch on fire. And luckily, we were all available. We just had to trace off, put the breaker down and the teeth. We had to change that scanning wire, put a European wire on that lamp to avoid further embarrassment. But unless you are attached to it also, by any time the current is out, you put the breaker down. When the current is in, it's down, you put your breaker on. I think that is very much important for our society. Thank you so much for that education.
Thank you so much, my brother. Indeed, the message is resonating, at least so that we curb this issue of fire disaster. Yeah. Let's get it started. Yeah. Hello?
How you doing?
Wonderful. What's your name and you join us from where?
I'm Emmanuel calling from Tanzania.
Emmanuel, let's hear you.
Yeah, my call is based on the money issue. I prefer the central bank to put people down because more of the old people don't know the difference of the money here. I think if they can put people down, they will show people the difference of the money. I prefer that one. But to just say, more people will say I got the money.
So look at now, this is something, right? They gave you illustration. So each one teach one. They gave you illustration. They say the series one. So look on the money. The money has series. So series 1, LS1. Look on that money you get LS1. And you get LS2. LS2 is in circulation 2 with LS1. So all the LS1, you should take them so that they can be changed.
Okay, thank you for the information.
Yeah, so that's it. 0887105105 0778665073. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name? And you join us from where?
Yeah, my name is Daniel Brown, calling from Panafe.
D, let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, for me, the central bank, let it come on to say, don't go by the year, but it's a series of 100 series number. Let's just say maybe from 2001 to 2021, that money it will be expired.
Yeah, that is it. They said the old money is the money printed before 2021.
Yeah. I'm saying that. I'm saying let it go by the year, but I'm saying series will confuse more people. Don't understand it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's get to the year.
Hold it.
Don't great Joseph Pagafo for the 3 days I stay office. It's 10 over 10.
Man, get 10 over 10. Okay. All right, my brother. Thank you. Let's get more of your reaction. Let's person right here. Hello.
Good afternoon. This is Jerry Kennedy, and I joined you from Southeast Community.
Jerry, let's hear you.
When it comes to the money issue, the business people, especially the bigger business people, not doing up well. And we interested to know that even gas stations, those people who are the highest level when it comes to business, not even receiving the money now. Petrol train, now receiving the old money. These are people we depend on to teach the money. At least they handle bigger money they dare to carry to the bank. So you and I have something to get $100 to $500 they have go send to the bank where he has the law line after I go for money. And moreover, the central bank said as of the 31st, why would we see the money now? They're disturbing the business and the ordinary people. That's one. When it comes to the editing aspect, all blame go to editing because if editing can be aware of how they do the shepherding of the forest. So if you know that a piece will not be on the entire piece will not be on as of 2 o'clock up to 8 o'clock, you make it new.
The people get circulation. The circulation, how the distribution of the current will be, they got a circular all around the place.
Yeah, so and some of us are ignorant of these kinds of things. But if I know that I left in service and today as of 6 o'clock p.m. up to 5 o'clock a.m., the current will not be on my side. Definitely when I'm going to bed, I would just cut off my breaker and stuff like those. And moreover, sometimes too, we're interested to know that you came home and you met current. Let's assume it that way. I went home, I met current there. And I plugged my AC and I'm asleep. Then all of a sudden, I'm asleep and I don't know that current gone. So the only time I can know, most often, like for me, let me speak for myself, the only time I can know that current gone when I start feeling heated on bed. When I start feeling heated, I know straight that there's no current, but that can happen after an hour or two. So how do I know? So now when the current comes by itself, but that I stay asleep. So it's causing serious problem for us. Everything need to do itself to see how to inform the people on this kind of things. Or else that's why we're feeling from fire. We are fighting war. We are fighting fire war right now. We're fighting fire war everywhere. Hey, there's complete somewhere about fire and horses getting burned. It's bad. I thank you, man, for the program, Steve.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, that's why as a responsible media institution, we are not paid a dime for this kind of information that we provide to the audience. It is our social corporate responsibility. So if other media institutions will take on same to do what we are doing about the time, we will save lives and properties, because these institutions don't care as to how it go about. When they just get one or two announcement to one or two stations, they're done with you. Whether it is a continuous thing that the radio station will do to inform you, they don't care. They just leave those information for 1 or 2 days. There should be a continuous stuff so that the people who did not get the information at first, they will get it in time. So we should be able to educate our friends. Since you heard it on the radio, now you be an ambassador to take the information to the other people who haven't heard it. So like that, we will preserve ourselves and our properties from being damaged. You see it? Each one teach one. Now you have learned it. It's on you now to serve as an ambassador, a Google ambassador, to share the information with others. Say, when EDC go, my brother, please cut your breaker off. Because when EDC go, they go for hours. And when they return, by that time now, the transformer is asleep. So the force, the current will come with, the transformer cannot contain it. So you have to let go of that force so that it adjusts itself within 10 to 15 minutes to be able to give you the right voltage that is needed for your various homes. So when EDC returns, all you need to do while your breaker is still off, wait for 10 or 15 minutes so that the transformer can adjust itself. And when the transformer adjusts itself, it will distribute the rightful current. So some of you just keep your breaker on. And when the current comes, you just see the level get bright. Sometimes it blow off. It's because of the voltage. The voltage is so high. So at that moment, the transformer can't hold that kind of voltage. You say 440. You think the man can hold it? The man will release it for it because you are sleeping. You say, man, I'm ready for that thing here. Wait for it. But like for instance, if current was here and in split seconds it leaves and returns, by that time there is an active movement within the transformer, so the transformer can contain whatever voltage that is sent to it, because it still has source of electricity in it. But the thing leaves 4, 5, 8 hours, is deactivated. It's gone at rest. So it's just like when you're sleeping, then somebody can take water to waste it on you. Before you adjust yourself, you just jump out of that. So whether the water will splash, you won't know, because you're putting yourself in a position to get adjusted before you start to do what you were called to do or you should be doing at the time. That's how the whole thing looking at. So I just try to put it in that way so that you understand. I can be sleeping and you can take water and put it in my ear. I will jump up from the way I will send my answer. Sometimes when you just jump up from your sleep, then you know what can happen to you. Your heart can be beating fast. You can be unconscious. That's how the power and the transformer looking too. The transformer go to bed, it resting. EDC carry current for 4, 5, 8 hours. The transformer resting. So when EDC send power in our transformer, the transformer, before it get to adjust itself to hold that current and start to distribute in a rightful manner, it will send it back for it. Say, no, I ain't what I want. My one can go. So if you get a home attached and your breaker down, that force will enter your home. And if your wires cannot contain that force, it will catch on fire. And when it starts to catch fire, you know that your house will burn if care is not given. So similarly, It's just what we preempt that happened around the Vamoma area there. The church, apparently the church was on the Sunday and the thinking. So the church caught a fire. While the church was burning, the fire spread over to the school, and the school got burned too. The church burned down to ashes. The Fire for Fire ministry burned down to ashes, and that of the Apostle Foundation just a few days ago. So we need to be very careful. These are education that the people, that's why I always say to people, information is as important as food, water, shelter, and medication. Just as you think your body needs water and food, that's how you need information. When you are adequately informed, it puts you in a position to make the right decision. If you are not adequately informed, what's going to happen? It leaves you it makes you vulnerable. That's why we say to the people who are custodians of information, especially government institutions, be able to inform the people in real time. Just how you're doing your campaign, you're having full soldier all in the community, telling the people how you need to vote for my candidate and do the one, that how you're going to do it too. You'll have the full soldiers all in the communities with sound trucks or do the community engagement, telling people the policies and the workings of the government. Like I said the other day to somebody, I said one of the issues that caused the CDC government defeat was the lack of timely information dissemination. If you were informing the people on the workings of the government and the challenges, the people will be informed and they will make the decision that is meant to be made because of the information they gather. Now, you are not feeding the people with information. All you do, you relax and hold back the information. The opposition will take on the information, misinformation, disinformation, and spread it out. And the society is gullible. At the end of the day, these people start to run with the Liberian. As soon you come up with something, they say you that bring the news for it, that you that can help. You that coming now in defense, that fly. They will not regard you, because if you knew that you had the information, you would have distributed that information in time. Now, the person who came with the information, that's how you hear Liberian men say, where there is smoke, there is fire. So, in a timely form and manner, as a communicator, you must be able to give the people the timely information that is required. If the government is not able to pay the people salaries within time, let the people get to know, so that it shouldn't be a black jacket thing where kuku jumuku you not know. Let the ordinary people know why the mommy and daddy have not taken pay. So when somebody can say, hey, you know, Joseph Boakai eating the money, that why your mom, your pa haven't taken pay yet. You say no, that lie. The government is going through constraint. There is this thing that is happening, that why the government has not paid people yet. So those were things that did not happen during the CDC regime. They held back the timely information. They allowed information from the opposition to oversee it, and they were on the defensive. So as you are on the defensive, the man who is your opponent is on the offensive. So when he drop a bomb, while you there clarifying, the man looking for another source to dig again. When you finish clarifying that one, the man finish damaging the other side. So if the United Party-led government will hold back information from the public, the CDC, which is now the formidable force in the opposition, will tend to run with information that are quite interesting. You all know. Just in time after the election, what happened? One of the stalwart of the Unity Party, one of the individuals who actually helped the Unity Party gaining its presidency, what happened? He wrote, he said people should manage their expectation. People misconstrue that statement, and up to present, until the people get to know the clarity, now people started defining it their own way. So yes, somebody say, the people say we'll manage our expectation. The man spoke within context, but because it was not broken down to the understanding of the people, they use it. People from the opposition start to use it. Now it started getting in the ears of the ordinary people, and then people using it now. Manage your expectation. Manage your expectation. So let's understand, as communicators, you must come with timely information so that the people make the decision. Because when they are informed, it enables them to make the sound decision they are to make. You hope at the information. See, for instance, let the issue of the president travel and the vice president travel. It became a very serious thing here. People who are from the opposition started to spin that one. And at the end of the day, people started believing that indeed it is business as usual and things are happening and this one. And you know, in Liberia, our society is so gullible to the extent that we don't investigate. When somebody come up with a thing here, most especially the media is kind of polluted right now. I can tell anybody for free. Where the media is, if care is not given, it will cause serious problem. And most of our colleagues, they do not have that self-consciousness. They are only after what they are getting at the moment. And those people that are feeding them with whatever they desire. But they are not looking at the overall. Mind you, as a journalist, you hold the public trust. The public journal is the public trust. The public depends on you for factual information to make timely decisions. So if they are being fed with misinformation and disinformation at the final analysis, what's going to happen? We will ruin this country before we even come to ourselves. The media should play a neutral role. No, there's no neutrality any longer. The ethical standards of journalism is trashed. Only very few are still holding on to the ethical standard of journalism. Everybody wants to break news. Breaking news, breaking news. Have you gone further to investigate? Here is another example. The coming in, the return of the former president to the Republic of Liberia. Carrasco posted on his page that the former president, was denied access to the presidential lodge. People started spinning that one. This man just came up with a caption that the former president was denied access to the presidential lodge. Did we ask ourselves, did we go to do further investigation as to whether some of you do not even know that there is 2 presidential lodge at that place, VIP lodge at that airport now? Most of you don't know. So you only heard or read on Facebook, oh, the former president was denied access to the VIP lodge. You started running with it. That's bad. That's this one. But did you do further up to investigate? You did not. So that's how it is. That's how gullible our society is. Because someone wants to spin on something for the personal gain, they spare out information, and the social media is one of the fastest means to which information is disseminated. So people should be careful how you run with information. So at the final analysis, care at the moment wasn't given on the timely response to such misinformation. So it became a very serious thing until the reactions started to take another trend and clarity was being made. So that's how we say to people, You must be careful. You are custodians of government information. Don't hold it. Release it. What is meant for the public consumption, give it. Don't hold back the information. So, a certain media institution should be aware or know about it. No. Every media institutions in this country do have their own followers and following. Let the information cut across so that, as I said here, you know how many people following at the moment. So whatever I say here at the moment, they listen. It is left with them to make their judgment and do further investigation. So if same information I'm providing here is being provided on the next radio station and the next radio station, and the information is being synchronized, there's no access for rumor. It becomes fact. Are we making some sense here? So people did not know that the former president built additional VIP lodge or presidential lodge, however they call it, aside from the one that he made there that was constructed. I think it was done during Taylor regime and onward to President Seli. She refurbished it or she built it, one of them. So you see, now every leadership has protocol, and the protocol that is set at the moment by this administration calls for all other officials or past officials are to use the old VIP lodge, while the president, the vice president, the chief justice, the speaker and deputy speaker and president pro tem are the ones at the moment who should use the present presidential lodge, the newly constructed presidential lodge. By discretion, they can allow foreign guests to use the present presidential lodge. And for the record, it is not being run, that place is not being run by the airport authority, but rather the Ministry of State. All this information are not into the public. So if the information was in the public glare and such a post that came from one of the members from the former president's team, people were going to say, no, that is not true, because we've been made to understand that the newly constructed presidential lodge is only for the present leadership, while the old ones is being used for past leaders and certain level officials. So feed the people with timely information and see what's going to happen. That's how you are doing the campaign. You're going from door to door. You can put all your foot soldiers. That's how you're going to empower them, your partisans. Empower them to disseminate information, the right information. And mind you, when you do comparative analysis in terms of the information dissemination between the Unity Party-led government and that of the CDC, during the CDC regime, they never had synchronized form of information dissemination. When the presidential press secretary speak, the information minister speak, you will have party chairman speaking, you will have youth chairman speaking on one issue, different ideology, miscalculation, twisting and turning the minds of the people. But if the information is synchronized and delivered by an authority that is clothed with the responsibility to speak on government's behalf, trust me, the information will be respected. So that's it, man. Let's get a few calls and call it a day. We thought to just lay emphasis on information dissemination. This is one of the points to which Liberians are facing serious problems, and people taking it lightly. This is one of our major problems. Yeah. Information dissemination. The way we disseminate information is very poor. So you hold back. And I gave you a classical example during the Ebola crisis, because we have there was no synchronized form of messaging. So people were living in denial. And there was no way to convince these people until the ideology came about that all donor partners, including government institutions, should have a regular joint meeting to formulate one message that's going to spill over to the public. And when we started to do that, what happened? People got involved, and the believability of the virus existence was on course, where we introduced the beneficiary communication and community engagement strategy that saw communicators taking information from the aid provider to the beneficiaries, and the beneficiaries giving their own points in how to get about this aid to them. And that information was taken down by the communicators and handed over to the aid providers. So we had that smooth operation. And at the end of the day, Liberia became one of the first countries with the lowest rate of death after the huge numbers, all because it was in unison. Because in union, strong success show. With God above, the right to prove, we overall prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the foe with valor unpretending. So if there's no unity, trust me, head are scatter. Things will go head are scatter. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. Let's get this commercial commitment. When we come back, we take a few of your calls and call it a day. Yeah. Yes, we call it a day.
Liberia, are you ready? I said, are you ready to become a landlord? First time in Liberia, you can win a 2-bedroom house as a grand prize only with Lone Star Cell MTN Recharge and Bumper campaign. Yes, with Recharge and Bumper to become a landlord, plus win plenty of other prizes weekly, up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. TV, motorbikes, smartphones, soft drink, data, credit, and many more. That's right. Your next recharge can win you amazing prizes like airtime, data, smartphones, original Coke from G5 Brewery, motorbikes, and more. Did I mention you can win a grand prize of a 2-bedroom house and become a landlord? Yes. LRB, Recharge and Bumper. Recharge and Bumper. Recharge, Lone Star airtime, or data with Momo, or scratch card, and win Boku.
MTN.
Okay, well. Time is fast spent. Coming up next is the program Impact for Women with Ethel Gibson. Many thanks to all of you who phone in and also play your listening role. We appreciate your participation. We look forward to these fruitful conversations. We appreciate the number of calls. We appreciate your full participation. We are live on Love TV on Facebook. We also live on the internet, loveradioonline.com, and you can also get us on YouTube, Love TV Live. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I appreciate all that you do, and we look forward to having another frank conversation on Friday Tomorrow, my colleague will be here, Fanfomba, to take you through. Until then, let's keep the peace and play safe. Like I always say to you, 2 things in this life you always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And you must take responsibility of 2 things in your life: your fortune and that of your misfortune. Have yourselves a wonderful and God bless day. Bye-bye.
I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education.